Those responsible for the brutal interrogations at CIA black sites must face criminal charges. That's according to the United Nations expert on torture. The investigator says not to prosecute would be illegal and immoral. CCTV's Kate Fisher has more.
From the moment a Senate panel released a scathing report on CIA interrogation practices, there's been no let-up in the condemnation. Dick Cheney, the US Vice President at the time the events took place, was blunt in his criticism.
I think it's a terrible piece of work, basically. It seems to me it's deeply flawed.
He was asked about the numerous instances of interrogators waterboarding 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
And what are we supposed to do? Kiss him on both cheeks and say, please, please, tell us what you know? Of course not. We did exactly what needed to be done in order to catch those who were guilty on 9/11 and to prevent a further attack. And we were successful on both parts.
But the UN's Special Rapporteur on torture says that torture can never be excused.
Nothing that happened at 9/11 or afterwards justifies this descent into cruelty and into destruction of human dignity. Nothing justified it, and the report also goes a long way in saying that this kind of tactic was much more counterproductive than the results that it got.
Juan Mendez was himself subject to abuse at the hands of the Argentinian secret police. He says merely exposing the CIA's secrets is not enough. Criminal charges must be brought.
A policy of non-prosecution would be a violation of international obligations, and it basically would condone the torture that has happened. So it would be not only illegal, but also immoral.
One of the CIA contractors who helped develop and operate the so-called enhanced interrogation techniques was James Mitchell, a psychologist. His firm was paid more than $80 million despite having no experience in counter-terrorism.
And do you sleep comfortably at night?
I always sleep comfortably. It's not always pretty. And I think that there should be an honest debate in the United States.
But for President Obama, the debate is already over. He ended the CIA's enhanced interrogation program when he came to office in 2009. He said that he hopes that the publication of this report means that those techniques can be left where they belong, in the past. Kate Fisher, CCTV, Washington.